Welcome to the banking webinar. Today you're here with Dennis. I'm a former regional coordinator with Heart for Change. And today I'm here to talk to you about what you can expect from the banking process here in Colombia. So a quick overview. Briefly, I'm just going to go through what you can expect with the banking process here in Colombia, the banking process itself, and how we can access money through our accounts. So what to expect? Below you'll see the affiliated banks with Banco de Bogota. So what this means is that if you see any of these other banks, you could use your debit card with these following banks. So like Banco de Occidente, Banco Popular, Banco Avivillas. So this allows you just to be able to access the same networks as these banks. So just to give you a heads up, there will be fees attached to your account. The monthly account maintenance fee is 9,450 pesos per month. And there's also a gravement tax, which essentially means that every 1,000 pesos you withdraw, 4 pesos will be charged. So an example of this would be that if you withdraw 100,000 peso, you will pay an additional 400 pesos in taxes. There's also an account protection insurance, which is optional, and that is 11,900 pesos every month. And here's the tricky part. With ATM withdrawals, if you use it within the affiliated services from the first slide, you'll have a service fee of 0 pesos. But if you use it with non-affiliated banks, it will cost you 4,500 pesos for every transaction. Same thing with using an incorrect PIN. So that is if you enter the wrong PIN, you will be charged 1,400 pesos, and at non-affiliated ATMs, you'll be charged 4,500 pesos. So insurance, robbery at an ATM that entails a 500,000 maximum, so that can be used 3 times a year. So what that means is that if you're not at an ATM and you withdraw 500,000 pesos and at the moment you get robbed at the same time, you're able to use this type of insurance. Robbery at a bank branch, similar to the aforementioned scenario, but if you're inside the bank. Paseo Milenario is 500,000 maximum as well, and that's more so if you're held up and you are forced to go to the ATM and withdraw money. Forced use of a debit card, same thing. Accidental death and homicide, 4,400,000 pesos. Total and permanent disability, 4,400,000 pesos as well. So what happens if one of these events happens to you? All claims will be handled by Seguros Alpha, not Banco de Bogota. So this process will be outsourced. So if you do encounter one of this situation, be sure always to just let your regional coordinator know first. And at that moment, your regional coordinator and you can work together to work on a solution. So if you call the following number right here, this is the same number for blocking a card and in the sense if you need to block a card, make sure you block your tarjeta, not your account, which is your cuenta. So although their cards are your card is attached to your cuenta, you could just block only your card and you still have access to your cuenta by going into the branch. So opening an account. So this will be done during orientation. So first of all, if you have reviewed the other presentations, we must first get a visa and then a cedula. And with the cedula, we're allowed to open a bank account with Banco de Bogota. But the account will not be activated for the first month. So do not try to use your bank card or change your PIN before the account is activated. So essentially, to note, it's a good idea to actually have some cash on hand from when you come to Bogota. So it's wise that I think having around 200,000 to 400,000 pesos on hand will be more than enough. Although you will be provided food and accommodation during your training in Bogota, it's still nice to have some cash for if you want to go out, grab a meal, or buy certain things or essentials at the supermarkets. So activating the account. HOC will be activating the accounts before the first stipend payment is made. So when you are at the bank and you are opening an account, you're given a piece of paper. So on this piece of paper, it contains your PIN. It's a little sticker that you rip off, and if you shine it under a light, you'll see a 4-digit PIN that will be revealed under this piece of paper. So once the account has been activated by HFC, you will need to change the PIN. So how can you do this? First of all, you can go to an ATM, you can insert your card, select the option Cambiar la clave, enter the PIN assigned to you by Banco de Bogota, which is that piece of paper I've been mentioning, and then you can enter your personal PIN and re-enter it to finalize it. And then afterwards, the ATM should read Transacción exitosa or completera. So what do I do if my card is blocked? Cards get blocked if you enter your PIN incorrectly 2 times. In order to unblock your card, you should go to the nearest Banco de Bogota branch with your cédula extranjera. You wait in the Atención al Cliente section to be helped. Explain to the customer service agent that you're unable to use your card. So a common phrase to say this is no puedo utilizar la tarjeta, and the customer services agent will look up the issue. In most cases, they will be able to unblock the card without having to issue a new one. So what do I do if my card is lost or stolen? Like I mentioned right away, please inform your regional coordinator as soon as possible, and they will be able to help you with in the event of a robbery, or if it's stolen or lost. Your regional coordinators will be there to kind of guide you through the process. In order to block your card, you can call Banco de Bogota at the following numbers, or there are 2 numbers on here, as soon as you can. If you just follow the steps, you will be able to enter your cédula extranjera, which is a 6-digit number. And once your card is successfully blocked, just follow the instructions for replacing a card. So how do I replace a lost or stolen card? Go to a near Banco de Bogota branch, bring your cédula extranjera and 15,000 pesos. Wait in the Atención al Cliente section to be helped. Explain to the customer service agent that your card is lost or stolen. Explain that you have already blocked your card in order to prevent transactions. In case of a robbery, fill out the given form to explain what crime occurred, where it happened, and when it happened. Pay the 14,000 pesos fee for the new card. You can change your PIN to activate your new card before you leave the bank. Can I check my bank balance online? And the answer, yes. This is actually a lifesaver. All you have to do is go to www.bancodebogota.com. On the right side of the menu, you can select Cédula Extranjera from the drop-down menu. Enter your cédula number in the número de identificación. Enter your PIN, which is clave de la tarjeta débito. Enter the last 4 digits of your card. So when you receive your debit card, it will show the last 4 digits number and the first 4. So you want to use the last 4 digits. Note, you can only access your account online after the card has been activated and the PIN has been changed for the first time. Once you're through that portal, all you have to do is enter an email address, and moving forward, you'll be able to see all your transactions online. Closing an account. First of all, you can just take your money and run, but obviously that's not a wise choice. So first of all, you need your cédula and you need to visit a Banco de Bogota branch in person. Otherwise, your account will automatically close after 3 months of inactivity. You want to close your account because even though if you don't close your account, you will still be charged the monthly fees. And the thing is, that can add up to having a debit credit on your account. So what that means is you're going to be in the negatives with your account, which can cause you some problems if you do plan on coming back to Colombia in the future and you want to open another bank account. So that concludes the presentation. Thank you for joining me. And if you have any further questions, please do not hesitate to ask your regional coordinator. And during your orientation, we will be going through this process a lot more in depth, and there will be a lot of assistance as well. Thanks.